About what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams,
don't
man.
Want to fight.
What about the Terence Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering those questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
And there's like right now, you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
You know, the eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested, so until then, you know, we just gonna keep saying, oh, Boots, until he meet that.
Jaron Boots Ennis Andes and Terence Bud Crawford clashed in a high-energy live interview where Andes claimed he's ready to fight at 154 pounds, but Crawford shut it down instantly, making it clear he's only interested in big, career-defining fights at this stage.
Going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight.
Nope. I ain't going down 150.
Then Bud turned up the heat, saying Boots hasn't faced anyone who proves he's on his level, and that comment immediately set social media on fire, because this wasn't just casual talk between two fighters. It felt like a clear line had been drawn.
Because for me,
You jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know? If it don't matter, catch up.
Yo, he picked Evan.
Catch up.
Evan was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up. I'm talking about before that.
He not about it. We already know he not about what he's talking about.
I'm not about what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams.
Crawford made it clear he's done with tune-up fights and tired of waiting around, and the tension with Boots had everyone thinking the same thing. If these two ever meet in the ring, it's going to be explosive. Right after that fiery exchange, Boots' father, Buzianis, jumped in like a dad at a school meeting, ready to defend his son.
Man, listen closely. Make that fight. You know, we want that fight. You know what I mean? I said, you know, we wanted him or either Spence. It didn't make no difference as long as we get the fight. We'll see where we coming from. Right now, we ain't worrying about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, and then we're going to move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after.
He didn't hold back at all, saying, "We never ducked Crawford. The only thing I've ever turned down is my thermostat when the bills are too high," showing pure old-school boxing dad energy, and quickly shutting down the talk by adding that if Crawford really wanted Boots, he could have just called directly instead of going through a bunch of middlemen.
We're going to talk about it and we're going to discuss what we're going to do with, with Terence and Boots. That's what, I mean? I said, yeah, well, if you want the fight, just let me know. That's just what Steven said, right? And they said, well, we'll call you later on. Never called him back. That's what happened. So they trying to say that we never turned the fight. I talked to Terence last night. We never turned the fight down. We've been.
The funniest moment came when Buzianis basically told Crawford, "You fought Ennis when you could have fought us," calling him out for taking the easy route instead of the real challenge. It was a bold shot, but true, and fans just want to see these top fighters settle it in the ring, because if this fight ever happens, grab your popcorn, there's no way it lasts all 12 rounds.
You could have fought us, but you're going to fight Avanesia. And then I said, Avanesia, you could have fought us. And then Terence said, well, Boots could have been number one. All you had to do was call us. We would have took that fight. You didn't have to fight Avanesia. Avanesian, whatever.
Avanesian ranked in the WBO.
Way behind us. You know what I mean? So if you really wanted to fight us, you could have fought us.
All right, after Buzianis dropped the hammer reminding everyone that Crawford could have called Boots instead of picking Ennis, Roy Jones Jr. stepped in with some classic wisdom. And let's be real, when Roy talks boxing, you listen. He's not just a Hall of Famer, he's the blueprint.
Versus Terence Crawford, what does that look like?
I don't know yet, because we haven't seen Boots in against a guy that has touched him good enough to really test his chin. So that's the only thing we don't know about him yet. We don't know if he can take the real punch yet, because we haven't seen it. But as far as the skill goes, he got everything. And that fight could be a very difficult fight because
Roy broke it down perfectly, saying Boots has all the skills, but we still don't know if his chin has really been tested, and that's the truth. Because you can have all the speed, power, and footwork in the world, but until you take a clean, solid shot from a sharp shooter like Bud, nobody really knows if you're built tough or ready to fold.
Talented and has the skill level that Boots has. Anything can happen, but don't get it wrong, Bud has that skill level too. So
Roy said that at best, This fight isn't just exciting. It's a chess match where one wrong move could mean instant checkmate. And when a legend like Roy, the human highlight reel himself, says both fighters are operating at an elite level, you know it's serious. That's exactly why fans are hyped for a potential Crawford versus Boots showdown. It's not just about speed or power, it's about seeing if the young lion can hold his ground when the king tests his bite.
Jaron Ennis didn't force his team to make this fight and say, listen, Steven, I'm signed to you and Showtime. I'm not signed to the PBC and Al Heyman. You need to do what's best for my career and make this fight happen. And he didn't do that. And the rest is history.
Boots has looked unbeatable so far, but Bud is like the final boss in a video game. You can't beat him with talent alone. It takes timing, patience, and real heart, and if this fight happens, it won't just show whether Boots is the real deal, it will also reveal whether Crawford adds another gem to his legacy or passes the torch to the next generation. Either way, the fans win. Because this is exactly the kind of fight that reminds everyone why we love boxing.
Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still...
Alright, Roy Jones Jr. just crowned Boots as the total package, with that one big question mark about his chin, but then Timothy Bradley jumped in, saying, "Hold up, let's not get ahead of ourselves." He reminded everyone that Bud still has more mountains to climb, and you have to respect it because Bradley kept it real. Bud's greatness isn't given. It's proven against dangerous fighters like Benavidez Jr. and the tricky technician Bivol.
Damn, if Benavidez come back down to 168, man, that's another crazy matchup for Terence Crawford. Because, again, look, with the skill set of Crawford and everything else he brings, right? These guys have skills too, and they bigger than he is. See, and that's difficult.
And honestly, Bradley's got a point. Crawford beating Canelo was like pulling Excalibur from the stone, but chasing giants at 168 and above is a whole new level of danger. It's not just about whether Bud can win, it's about whether he can outthink fighters who look like they were built in a boxing lab, and that's exactly the kind of drama fans live for. Bradley might sound like he's cooling the hype, but he's actually adding fuel to it. Because when a former champ says Crawford could lose if he toys with those monsters, you know we're talking real risk and true legacy-defining moments.
So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy, everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness, because he's a mega star now. So it don't matter who Terence fight, everybody gonna be tuning in to see the greatness of...
I loved Bradley's little jab at Floyd, telling him to relax and just enjoy the ride. That was the smoothest sit-down champ moment ever. Bottom line, Crawford's in that rare spot where win, lose, or draw, fans will still show up just to see if he can solve the puzzles everyone else avoids, and that's what makes boxing special. It's not about taking easy fights. It's about stepping in with the guy everyone says to avoid and proving whether you're a legend or just another name, and that's why we can't stop watching.
If you stay tuned on this channel, y'all know that Big Ball is a miracle fight. Yeah, he's a miracle fight. Terence Crawford may need a miracle beating that dude right there. Styles make fights. I tell you folks all the time, styles makes fights. That's what it is. And B-Ball got the style to give Terence Crawford fits. He got the size to give him fits. He got the footwork to give him fits.
Right after Bradley cooled things down with his reality check on Bud against Benavidez and Bivol, Coach Calvin Ford came in swinging like it was fight night, saying Crawford could have stopped Canelo but chose to be humble about it. Imagine the pound-for-pound king going easy, letting Canelo walk out with his pride intact. That's not just high-level boxing IQ, that's pure boxing generosity, and Calvin wasn't wrong. You could see Canelo stuck in the matrix, throwing everything he had while Crawford read him like a trending post on Twitter.
Crazy because I predicted, I said Canelo was going to get old in the ring that night. No disrespect to Crawford. He did a good... Crawford could have stopped him. He could have. Me being a coach and watching how the fight was going on, he could have stopped him. And I know he's saying it in his mind, but he was being humble of Canelo. He was being humble, and it was a great fight, and it was good talk.
And the way Calvin hyped him up, man, he didn't hold back, asking if this generation's guy is really the one carrying the torch after Floyd. Then he dropped the craziest what-if of all time. Floyd versus Crawford, even as an exhibition. Let's be real, we'd all pay way too much to see that. Forget the Logan Paul exhibitions, give us Bud and Floyd in a chess match with gloves. And as Calvin put it, Crawford didn't just win, he leveled up into boxing's final boss. And that's why we love these moments. They remind us the real flex isn't just winning, It's showing you could have ended it at any time, but chose to put on a masterclass instead. That's next level savage.
See it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on. So.
Or seeing all these crazy exhibitions, maybe we see Floyd and Terence in an exhibition. That'd be something crazy as well.
Just to have two great guys that completed a lot of things in their life of boxing and come together and just get.
And that's a wrap, folks. From Boots calling out Bud to Bussy firing back, Roy and Bradley dropping truth bombs, and Coach Calvin Ford saying Crawford showed Canelo mercy, it's been one wild ride. What makes it so exciting is how every voice adds fuel to the fire, leaving us with one big question. Is Crawford really untouchable, or is Boots the one built to crack the code? That's the kind of debate that keeps boxing alive. Legacy, pride, and the next passing of the torch. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's got the edge, Bud or Boots, and could Crawford risk it all against the giants Bradley mentioned? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters, your ringside seat to the chaos. See you in the next one.